Well, the city that never sleeps is slowly coming back. Movie theaters are now open in New York City, and bars and restaurants can now serve until midnight for the first time in months.
All right, but as the city continues to reopen, there are concerns that the spike in crime and rise in homelessness could threaten the recovery in some areas. And one of those areas is Times Square, known as the crossroads of the world, hit extremely hard during the pandemic, with tourism down 60%. But there are major efforts underway right now to improve the area. Joining us right now, Tom Harris, acting president of Times Square Alliance. Nice to have you on. Good Day, New York.
Thanks for having me, Rosanna. Lori.
All right, so Tom, give us the story about what's happening in Times Square right now. What are you concerned about?
So first, Midtown and Times Square are coming back, and thank you for encouraging people to get off their couch and into the office. I'd like to tell you why Times Square matters, what we're doing, and what needs to be done. Times Square is the little engine that could. We're 0.1% of the city's landscape and 15% of the city's economy. We're unique. We have the brightest lights, but we also have the biggest spotlight on us. We were symbolic of the pause in the pandemic, and Times Square is also going to be symbolic of our resolve and our recovery. Things could be better. There are issues out there that need to be addressed. One crime in Times Square is too many, and there were recently high-profile crimes in and near Times Square that have caused alarm.
Yeah, you're talking about Tom, before you go, you talk about high-profile crimes. Somebody recently was found on the subway in Times Square with an AK-47. Thank goodness, you know, he didn't shoot it, but there have been random pushings, and a lot of the hotels over there have converted into homeless shelters. What's worse, the reality or the perception?
So I think the perception is worse, but let's get back to the person on the subway. That's a success story. The New York City Police Department is the greatest police department in the world. They saw issues on the subway, and they added police officers to the subway. Those police officers on the subway observed that person and arrested that person without incident before anything can happen. Yes, there is an uptick in people who are displaced from congregate homeless shelters on the street. And what we're doing in Times Square, we're not problem spotters. We don't sit back and complain or just hope that things are going to get better. We're taking steps to make a better Times Square. We partnered with Breaking Ground, with the Center for Court Innovation, and with Fountain House to deploy community navigators to interact with people on the street who are in need of assistance. We all talk about the person who seems a little off or the person with mental health issues. We're doing something about it. These community navigators go out there, they interact with them, they find out what brought them to that position, they build trust with them, and then we look to get services for them. So we're very optimistic. We're piloting that program in Times Square, like I said, in partnership with the Center for Court Innovation, Breaking Ground, and Fountain House. So we have the attention of the city, and we're hoping that what we pilot in Times Square can be supersized and brought citywide to actually affect change.
You're also calling for a deputy mayor of public space. What would that be? What would that person do?
So the police are not the only solution. The police helped us through the 90s and brought us to this point, but we're seeing that a strong, aggressive police department is not our future. They play a part in the future, but only a part. There are other city agencies that are involved in addressing issues in the public realm. We think this deputy mayor can coordinate all of those agencies under one person so that we have improved accountability.
So we know that tourism down 60%, subway ridership also down. What's it really going to take? I mean, you look at Broadway, look at the restaurants that have folded, the hotels that are not in business anymore there. It's a mountain to climb still.
Yes, I think what it's going to take is more people getting vaccinated, more people feeling confident and comfortable returning to the public space. I think there's a real pent-up demand. We had over 160,000 people in Times Square last Saturday night. So people want to get out. They want to get out into the public space. As New York, we need to effectively market to those visitors who are looking for places to go and make sure that New York City and Times Square is where they decide to go on their trips this summer.
Tom, I'm old enough to remember when the 80s going to Broadway was like taking your life into your hands. Do you think that we're heading back into those bad days, and are you getting any kind of assurances from the mayor? What's he doing?
So I think so first, anyone who says that we're going back to the 80s or the 70s weren't in New York during the 80s and the 70s. You and I were here. We know what it was like, and we know that this isn't it. We also know that a lot of this is the result of the pandemic, and once it is over, things will start to recover. We also, we have seen a lot of effort from the mayor and from the administration to make things better. The mayor's COVID recovery team, Chief Terry Monahan, has been working hand in glove with all of the businesses in the area. We expressed our concerns about some of the quality of life issues, and we have assurances that they're going to deploy 80 police officers to the Midtown area in the next couple of weeks. So we are seeing that the administration is taking advantage, is following up on our complaints and
Tom,
coming
you
up
buried the lead.
Yeah.
Tom,
wow.
you buried the lead.
That's really fantastic news.
So you're going to get extra police support in the
Yes.
coming weeks.
Yes. We don't need sound bites. We need sound strategies, effective tactics, and accountability. And I know we're going to get that from Terry Monahan in the mayor's recovery team. We're all in this together, and we need to work together to move past this.
All right, well said. Tom Harris, acting president, Times Square Alliance. Good to have you on Good Day this morning.
And
It was great to be here. Please come to Times Square and see what everyone else is talking about and how we are recovering.
Okay.
We're going to do it together.
Yeah.
We're coming.
We look forward to it. Thank you so
We'd like
much.
that.
All the best.